maybe. Let's see. Hey, second time is the charm. What's up, Black Goose fans? We here. God damn it.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Absolutely. That sounds amazing. So, we here as always with crispy audio. You know what I'm saying? Got young Zen here. How you feeling, Zen? How's your day going? Or night, I should say.
How's my night going? Oh, that's a you should go first, man. Good long, man. There's a lot to talk about.
As always, it's the beginning of the week. I'm never a fan of the beginning of the week. Monday, you know what I'm saying? It was work. Went to work, you know what I'm saying? Break with mostly sleep and a little bit of partaking and a little bit of festivities and the alcohol consumption, and went back to work. Did what I did. And you know what I'm saying? Chilled out a little bit after work. Now I'm back at the crib. The summer will be late. The summer will be early, you know what I'm saying, depending on where you are in the country. For me right now, it's a solid time. A little bit late. I got to get up early, but at this point. A solid Monday. A great Monday would be at least a 4.5 to a 5.
That's just a great day in general, bro.
That's
like Monday, a 3.5. Mondays for me are usually like a 1.2, bro.
It's just, I'm gonna lie, my days as of now,
they merge together to me, bro. I'm like, Sunday don't feel no different from a Thursday.
That's the only day for me that somewhat feels different, but as of now,
that's just because that's your day.
Yeah, well, to an extent, but now I'm getting to a point now in my life where I feel like I got some bullshit. Whether if it's bullshit, real shit, some shit I gotta handle, I feel like there's always some shit every day. Like,
I know
when I'm planning to do something or be in this particular state, for the most part, it's going to be fucked up to an extent. I just got to kind of enjoy the little bit of time. So it's like I'm kind of getting used to that to an extent. So, they just kind of be running into each other. I just be trying to just take the days for what they are and see them. As long as no crazy bullshit happen, I always going to give the day at least a 3. You know what I'm saying? Because nothing cool. Definitely a 3.5 for the day, for the Monday.
Crazy, man.
Absolutely. How your day going? How your Monday go? Beginning of the week.
It was kind of crazy, bro, when I really analyze it. Because at first I thought it was just some BS. When I look at it, I'm like, it really was crazy. That's why I had the title the way it was, because I was like, man. But I woke up, because I was up all night, damn near. I went to sleep for like an hour or 2, but then my stomach was just crazy. I couldn't go to the bathroom, so I was just laying there in pain. And I woke up. I finally lay there and finally fell asleep. I don't know what time. Woke up, and then for some reason that pain made me realize I was because at first, remember I told you you know how the parks and everything kind of back open and all that. Yeah. I was going to try to go to the courts, right?
Yeah.
So I'm laying in there. I'm like, damn, old boy did tell me kind of like some spots to where to go, where the court's at, yada yada yada, etc. etc.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, okay, yeah, yada yada, etc. etc. But then I was like, man, I ain't acted on it. So today I was like, I'm changing this. I'm gonna go to the park. I'm gonna get it in. I don't care how long I'm there. Even if it was all the way to work, it didn't matter. I was gonna be there. I was gonna grind. Boy, and the parks is over there kind of by where we work, but further down, like at the bottom, so I'm like, all right, these is kind of far. Like, that's one reason I ain't really just been OD, just thirsty to go, because I'm like, these is kind of far. But today I was like, I don't care, I'm gone. So I go to the first part, right? Okay, boom, for the pull up, spin the left. Oh man, what a damn rim. I'm like, okay, this part must be, school or something. And they just took them down for, because they was a school or whatever. They want the kids, to be tempted or something. I'm like, man, need to get up out of here. Go to the second location, bro. Rim was down too, bro. But see, this shit was even further because I had to go back kind of like where we was working, because where I went before was like further this way. So I was like, all right, this one gonna for sure have a ram off. I'm like, what? And then I get to work, and oh boy, I work with for today. First day, I didn't know he could play basketball. He said he played basketball. Oh, really? Yeah. They took all the rims down.
Hold on. How bad, y'all? We having some sound difficulties.
It sound better?
How bad, y'all? We having some sound difficulties.
Can you hear me? You do.
All right, we're sorry about that. You know what I'm saying? It's only 6 minutes in. That's about 2 minutes of the whole entire story. So let us live. Go ahead and finish what you got to say. We'll be back with the crispy sound.
Damn. Basically, man, Parks didn't have no day. I go all the way back to the crib. I'm like, all right, bet. So I'm like, all right, maybe work would be better, right? Work wasn't bad. It was just inconvenient, if that makes sense. Like, at times there was nothing to do. But then when you had something to do, it was like so much. Because at these times, we don't have full, like, we can't have too many people in the store at work. So, sometimes we got to staff that things get busy randomly. So, right now, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, man. I forgot a lot what I wanted to tell y'all. I'm kind of distracted now. But day was it was okay. It was really disappointing though, because the hoops were down. That's really what I really wanted to let you know. Anybody got the plug? Shout out me somewhere.
Out of 5, what would you give you on Monday?
A 2.
2 out of 5.
But a grateful 2.
Yeah, it's not terrible.
Oh, this is what I wanted to tell you, man. This is what was sad, man. This is what the moral of the headline or the title, if you will, comes into. I'm on the freeway, right? Bouncing to go to the courts. Boom. Get on. Not like 15 seconds in driving on the freeway. This lady car just like malfunctioned on some like movie type shit. Like I guess I think she caught a flat. I think that's what happened, but like her car just like did some herky jerky stuff. I don't know if it hit another car, but then like her whole like right side just like flew up and like just all types of like metal and just shit was just flying, bro.
Crazy.
Yeah, but like how it came off, like it could like hit your car, like kind of like fucked your shit up. Like the pieces was like big, like. But then I was just looking at baby girl. I'm like, dang, she could have really died right there, man. But then I saw a bad accident when I went to the second gym. Mm-hmm. I was like, my God, like first thing I thought, like, man, Memphis really can't, like people out here really can't drop.
Absolutely not.
But I also was thinking like, man, oh, okay. This is also on time. I went to the store. I had to go get something. I'm waiting in line. This lady just rambling. At first, I thought it was the clerk. I'm like, dang, she really had a lot to talk about. But then I eventually started looking. I'm like, oh, it's this lady right here. She was just talking. She was like, yeah, yesterday, I had to come and get all this today. I had to come over here and get all this today because yesterday I couldn't get out the bed. I couldn't get out the bed.
Damn.
I was thinking like, damn. I couldn't imagine just couldn't get out. Like, you just like, I'm stuck. That's crazy.
See, that's why I was looking around there like, oh, excuse me, man. Do you happen to have a membership to that? Look, 2 out of 5, that's a solid day. That's a solid day. For Monday,
that's
Mondays ain't shit. I purpose them.
You said 3.5. I'm like, you had an excellent day.
I'm very optimistic about my days nowadays. I'm trying not to tie it into anything that I have no control over or anything that I don't necessarily find joy in. So if I don't find joy in, I don't have control in it, I don't allow it to necessarily dictate even though I wasn't doing it, like I'm not trying to say, like I was doing that a lot. I realized like that shit was fucking up a lot of shit. And, like, this shit don't matter. I'm like, as long as I'm there, I get the money and I'm good. That's all that matters. I'm not gonna be putting no more weight into it. You know what I'm saying? It's not something necessarily that, you know what I'm saying, I feel like I need to put weight into. So I didn't put that weight to the things that matter. And so that's what I'm trying to be on right now. So that's why we're here and we motherfucking going live for y'all motherfuckers. BlakGooseTV, got the crispy sound. And next but not least, we're gonna have a full setup on it. And also too, we want sooner or later bring that music to y'all and just keep kind of, you know, keep bringing y'all some content. We took a long stagnation. Was there a particular topic that you wanted to get into first?
I wasn't like, we gotta talk about this right now, but
okay, because there was a particular topic that I wanted to get into first. This hits dear and
yes, sir. I need to hear this. I need to hear it.
A lot of people aren't talking about this in the boxing community. I've seen probably a couple of YouTube channels kind of posted about it.
I know why.
It's fairly new, and also a lot of people. It all depends on how you look at it. So Big Baby Miller, he fucked up again. He tested positive for the same, like giving up entire hope for Big Baby Miller is simply because of this one fact. And if you are going to look at one side of the spectrum this way, you have to look at the other side of the spectrum this way, regardless of what the name is, because it's all the same thing. And that's just a fact. Big Baby didn't take too much time off from that last drug test to now, right? For the next fight coming up. It wasn't even a whole year yet. If you,
I don't mean to cut you off. It'd be about a year though, because the Joshua fight's supposed to happen June 30th.
But I'm gonna say necessarily it was a whole year. I'm gonna say necessarily it was a whole year from when he got popped.
And then when he got popped?
But when this actually happened. Was it June 30th? Wasn't it July?
Or it was just July something. But I'm like, he got popped in June.
Because I'm like, if we're talking about Anthony Joshua versus Andy Ruiz, I think that happened in July, I think.
I could have swore it was at least a year though, because I'm like, they were supposed to fight in this, like he got popped in this month. So that's about a year. I'll Google it.
Yeah, let's go. Because I thought it was July. I thought they were supposed to fight in July. So I don't want to say no false information. We're talking about the Big Baby Miller debacle. One person in here, salute to you. It's late. We understand what it is. But we still gonna give you that content. If you feel like throw a like, it's free. Goddamn it, why not?
He supposed to fight Joshua in 18 or 19?
19. Last year.
This is April 20th. Anthony Joshua versus Jarrell Miller. American messed up and apologizes after failed drugs.
Damn, so it was even earlier. So it has been past a year. So in a sense, this might make my argument invalid, but at the same time, I can't necessarily say because John Jones effect. John Jones tested positive for the same drug that he had tested positive for the previous fight, and the UFC allowed him to fight because they said it was just reminiscent of what he had already taken and it was still in his blood levels. Now, we don't have any information. We don't have any specifics on this particular Big Baby fail. So we don't know how extreme they were able to, you know what I'm saying, detect this particular drug in his system. You know what I'm saying? For John at the time, he said it was real low levels and it wasn't even necessarily something that could be beneficial for him in the fight.
What if, but you gotta, what if, like, to throw this, you know, point out there real quick, I didn't mean to cut you off, but what if Jarrell is just not a big enough name, or he don't got enough money behind him because think about it, them lab results that cost. So I'm like, what if John and you know the UFC like, look, John is worth me paying this much money to be able to get more in-depth results, you know? So I'm like, you can't just say get these results and nobody's paying for it. So I'm like, well, I'm just saying, what if Jarrell Miller people when they analyze it, they're not gonna go as deep as if they would do it for John and be like, okay, with
USADA. You know what I'm saying?
For boxing, it's not USADA for Jarrell.
Nah, I'm not sure who was doing the drug testing.
And so you know how
I would have to look it up. I'm like for boxing, usually if we're talking about extensive drug testing, usually you go in the bottom. But it's not always required for you to do body testing. So I'm not sure if he was in the body pool for this or if it was just the regular standard commission doing drug testing and he got caught. That's not a good thing, obviously. If that was the case, I'm hoping that he was unbodied, because at least that's a better look. And maybe we can argue that there might have been a John Jones effect, right? Excuse me. If you're in the chat, go ahead, throw a like at him. But
don't click.
I'm like, if you look at it from a perspective, obviously, if you're expecting Josh with the same SARM, might I add you? We're talking about a SARM here, people. A lot of y'all probably don't know much about when it comes to performance enhancing drugs. We're not just always talking about steroids. Sometimes we're just talking about literally something that gives you a performance enhancing that doesn't allow your body to create something natural, like a fat burner. They can't take a fat burner. They can't take Tylenol to an extent. So we're talking about the same thing here. What John Jones was supposedly caught on, but it wasn't a big deal, it was a lot more powerful, a lot more effective than a SARM. SARM is one of the lowest levels of performance enhancing drugs that you can get your hands on. If you're talking about a professional athlete who's making millions. That's all I'm saying.
I thought I'd make this point real quick to y'all. It's just interesting how all your favorite fighters, like, some BS be happening, man. So like Billy Joe got popped twice too.
Absolutely. Well, yeah, I know. Well, I've been told you though, I'm never gonna be the one to say that no one's just straight clean. I don't believe that. We're talking about professional sports. Like niggas want to get on bodybuilders and be like, y'all not clean. I'm like, the same drugs going through bodybuilding, not now, but in the past, the same drugs going through every other sport. Like niggas is not clean, bro. Like you crazy to think that. You crazy to think a motherfucker isn't going to do his workout to lift and you ain't on pre-workout. But people would think people be on pre-workout, that's clean. No, it's not. There's a lot of natural enhancers and a lot of pre-workout nowadays. It's not just fucking caffeine. If it was just fucking caffeine, everybody would be drinking coffee and going and working out. Use your fucking mind. There's a lot of other shit when it comes to these simple products.
I don't know, man.
I'm just saying, there's a lot of difference between taking some pre-workout and not taking pre-workout.
Because I'll tell y'all now,
90% of professional athletes take pre-workout.
What did Logan Paul say? Yeah, man, I took pre-workout for the fact that I just came out juiced and then crashed.
But I'm like, even when talking about real athletes, I'm like, there before. If you look at the snack advertisements, I'm like, you have professional boxers talking about like, I take the right. I'm like, I've seen, like, I watch these dudes train, like they take this shit. People be like, pre-workout's not an extra, like it is an enhancer, because if you don't go to the gym and you don't have pre-workout, how, like, what's your motivation like? If you don't exercise like that and you don't do that type of shit, you're not gonna know what the fuck we're talking about. But I'm telling you, there's a big difference. And it takes a long time to adjust back to your body's natural, like, just go when you don't have pre-workout. Some niggas can go crazy hard with pre-workout, but without pre-workout, they can't. Some people can do it for both. Usually those are like world athletes, but some people, they can be like, I'm on pre-workout, I go even harder. Some people, I'm on pre-workout, I can still go hard. Most people aren't like that.
Yeah, I say only about 5% of people in the world can really do that, bro. Like
most
turn it off and on.
Workouts are trash, yo. And a lot of people can turn it off and on, but a lot of times they need someone to make them do it.
Like, hey, bro, I have to just say this.
You'll have a regular nigga going to the gym, taking pre-workout and fat burners and talking shit about a professional athlete that gets caught taking a SARM. Like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, it's like
you taking these enhancements for nothing, nigga. You going to work regular. Like, there's no reason for you to take this shit. All right, go ahead.
No, you good. I see this. Damn, you just said something that made me think about a point. You said, oh, at the gym, bro. I swear to God, bro. I was like, yo, this nigga is right. Like, bro, I was doing, you know how we get to workouts, so I'm doing them, bro. And I start, because I was doing legs, so I'll be doing the lunges. Bro, tell me why I see, like, these two guys, bro, all of a sudden they just start doing lunges, bro. All right, maybe I'm tripping, you might want to do some lunges. All right, bet. I start doing this other leg workout, bro. Bro, they start doing the same workout, bro. I was like, hell.
I do that sometimes, but I never do it during my workout. I'll add it into maybe another workout.
Like, you do it later in pre-season.
Like, I gotta do something real distinctive. The only time I did that, literally, was when I saw this one dude, big motherfucker, and he was doing those cable presses with just the wires. I was like, oh, I ain't never did that. That'd probably be better because you can really, like, touch your hands with it. That was really the only thing I ever seen somebody do something. I'm gonna take that. I like that a lot. I'm like, other than that,
I like that a lot.
When I was like in a workout with somebody, there's a couple of moments like, because I'm like, that's one thing I'll give when I was like the people I was working out with. I'm like, when I be seeing motherfuckers here, I be like, I'm like, that was their life out there.
It is different though.
I'm like, they don't give a fuck about no sports, nigga. It was that shit. So it was like y'all niggas, man, y'all really think y'all on some shit.
Y'all women out there, man, they was getting it in. Yeah, some young girls out there, boy.
Here it's like, bro, there's one chick today I did an appointment with, and nigga the GM, man, he was talking mad shit. He was like, that bitch, he was talking shit. I was like, man, like, why you hating so much? Like, I'm like, yeah, maybe so, but I'm like, man, that's all it is, man. Like, the world we live today, man, it ain't gonna seem out to me. So people are like, I want to try it out myself and see. But people are gonna have to learn, man, no matter how much of, you know what I'm saying, the world is functioning off that shit, you're gonna learn. Everyone's an individual, and the only thing that's gonna work for you is the shit that's gonna work for you. It's gonna be some shit that no one else has done because it's only gonna work for you, nigga. That's life. But we live in a life now has been constructed where it makes you seem like I do what that person does, it's gonna work for me. That's not gonna work. It's just not. It's not. But that's how they got a lot of us thinking, especially younger generation coming in. So
that's true.
Right for the people.
Like that's why it'd be funny when I be seeing like certain standards. Like if you do this, you'll get this result. I'm like, how you gonna tell somebody that's 400 pounds if they do this, they gonna just look like this?
Absolutely. And it's the same thing. I'm like the same thing even when it makes sense. It doesn't make sense. You can take shit. Okay, all right, I can take that. I never thought that way. But the same thing is never gonna work for you. You gotta make your own path. That's the only motherfuckers who make it. Unless, you know what I'm saying, they got trust funds. Other than that, the only motherfuckers gonna make it, they make their own path. Whatever it may be. Whether another motherfucker may look at it and be like, and shit on it, usually they shitting on it because they be like, that nigga did something I would never do. Because that's their own path.
What was you talking about? What was the main point? I forgot.
I have no idea.
I swear, because I had another point. I was like, I wanted to put this point in there. Because I was thinking about it. That's what happened when it's late, man. Absolutely. Things boggle out your head.
Go ahead.
Okay, look, so this is bad shit I follow. I'm not even gonna say her name. I don't even want to give her clout like that. But I follow her on the gram, and I know me saying it, but I don't want to even say her name. Anyway, I saw her page, and she was promoting this pre-workout, and I guess that was her man. He was like, yeah, take this every day. I can't go to the gym without it. I was thinking to myself, like, damn, that sounds crazy. Like, you can't go to the gym without pre-workout? Like, if you just left it, like, you just like, damn, like, no gym? You know what I mean? Like, I think that's crazy. I think that is lunacy. I'm like, what? Like, you can't rely on yourself? And I just wanted to add on to his point that like, this shit.
You got a regular motherfucker.
But a motherfucker that I don't got nothing going there and really get it all done.
Talk about it. You a regular nigga. All you doing is going to the list.
Because I tell everybody right now, being a student athlete is probably one of the hardest things. I didn't even realize it was that hard until I started realizing how easy other motherfuckers be moving. Bro. Like if that makes sense.
As a college student,
if that, bro, I swear, bro, like when people really be telling me what they be doing, I'm like, so you get this and get this, and I cover that. So you just be doing it. Yeah, man, I just be do. And then, you know, sometimes I be like it's so much time they got to do, you know? And most of them don't even do their work. So that's more time. That's like you going like, because as a student athlete, like your coach and, you know, athletic director, they'll get on you if your grades is weak. So you can't do all that day in, day out. Nobody want to lift at 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning. No. If y'all had to do that, y'all taking that Hey, say me.
Some niggas can't even take pre-workout. I didn't get on pre-workout too late. And I'm like, I understand I wasn't a student athlete, but I had to work a full-time job when I was there doing college. And
there you go.
I didn't have to try
and
be in shape, but I went to be in shape. So I was also trying to do what I can, you know, get in shape, shit like that. So it should. You know what I'm saying? At the time, I didn't take no pre-workout. I was doing everything at the crib, all type. I didn't have no money to get pre-workout, to be honest with you. So I didn't know nothing about that. I didn't really learn about pre-workout like that until really, I ended up way later, like 4, 5, 6 years later, moving to certain, to Kentucky. I took those two things and all types of different pre-workouts too. Crazy pre-workouts. Some pre-workouts, I was like, man, this shit fucked me up.
I remember you texted me one time. He was like, "Hey, bro, I'm fucked up." I was like, "Why?" He's like, "Cuz I gotta go train this chick in the morning, but I took some pre-workout kind of late, and I'm up, bro. I'm up. I can't go to sleep." I was like, "Damn, that sounds crazy." He's like, "Bro, I just laid there. I just laid there." I was like, "Damn, I couldn't go to sleep."
Them motherfuckers, crazy shit out there. And that's why I learned about how, like, it's funny that a lot of regular motherfuckers would be like, yo, this dude at the highest level, most likely find other motherfuckers that's on shit too. They just probably have either better testing or they're in a certain place where it's not as strong. Put that type of shit in perspective. Like, think about it. You got the regular motherfucker at the gym taking some bullshit. Now think about when you're in the highest level of a sport, not only that, you could die. That's all I'm saying. And people will be like, man, that gives you every right more not to take this shit. Man, if you think majority of these top level athletes ain't taking shit, like, I'm not about to say no names or nothing, but you dumb as fuck.
But I'm just thinking, but just think about this though.
You probably think Hollywood is 100% legit and there's no bullshit going on. Like, y'all probably really some stupid motherfuckers.
But think about this though, even in the NFL, like, come on, bro, you telling me like you can't die in that? For sure, Ken.
Not to the level.
I'm not trying to compare. I'm just saying like motherfuckers gotta take shit though. I'm like you could get paralyzed on some type of shit.
Now if you're talking about later down the line, where you're talking about, in my opinion, later down the line, if you want to talk about long-term injuries, NFL was worse than boxing. But I'm like, in that particular basketball, you crazy.
But I'm saying, I was just trying to add to your point. You're saying the regular motherfucker isn't putting that into consideration. They just assuming that these certain
the mindset you would have usually is, if he's taking it, I'm gonna do it, so we on the same level. If you feel like that's necessary, that's a lot of times the aspect. Not necessarily because like I got to stay alive. If like you're trying to just stay alive, and it's like you're not gonna last that long in a sport like the NFL or especially boxing. So I'm like, that really comes down to being in the factor where it's like, I'm doing this because if you're doing it, shit, I'm not gonna let you get the upper hand. And a lot of just like, I don't even like to use the word casual, but there's a lot of people who just haven't experienced the sport or that particular sport. It doesn't even have to be that particular sport. A lot of times it's just the sport, period, for a long period of time. You understand, man, it's a lot of training. And a lot of people who end up getting the upper hand is either naturally God gifted from it or they got to work hella hard. And a lot of times when you work hella hard, there's a lot of people working. We're coming to sports too. I'm like, there's so many talented motherfuckers. Usually it comes down to either having someone in your life that keeps you on that path or being able to outwork someone and keep that discipline through a majority of time. There's usually the one or two things that it comes down to for the most part. I'm like, whatever the third thing may be, that's usually kind of like it's the abnormal, you know what I'm saying? God bless America type shit.
Isn't it also crazy? Most of the people that might even critique a fighter will be the last one to try to want one. Like, they're like comfortable.
Like, I love jiu-jitsu, but a lot of jiu-jitsu guys, like, they think they're the hardest motherfuckers. But I'm like, you still haven't thrown a punch or been punched. They're like, well, you haven't been choked out. I absolutely agree. Like,
I absolutely agree.
It goes hand in hand.
But it's going to be harder for you to try to choke me out, probably, than for me to knock you out.
It's going to be, if you're a 5'6" nigga, you a black belt, you're going against a 6'6" nigga. If that nigga lands a punch on you or grabs you, you're going to have some trouble.
Yeah, you're not going to just maneuver through him. Like, nah.
You're going to have some trouble, but I guarantee you, if that motherfucker had hands, that 5'6" nigga, he would not be tripping. He'd be like, I'm telling you, man. That's all I'm saying. What the difference? Like, I'm putting. If you know,
Can't let you get close.
If you feel like you get on the ground and stuff like that, I don't know, man. You gonna better hope that man don't put his hands on you. You better hope he's not that strong and get that neck.
I just like Think about if you is 5'6", you would try to think you would try to want some hands. Like,
I know.
Why would you
want to go to the ground? Like, that's terrible.
Like, bro, how you gonna get somebody that's maybe 6'6", like you said, 300 or something?
Yeah,
like,
even if you don't know what he's doing, like you just don't want to be in that predicament.
And think about somebody mad, bro. They throwing like belligerent power, bro. Like they throwing some shit that's trying to wreck you. Like, bro, like you said, if anything even slightly touch you, you're gonna think like, oh shit. You're not gonna think, stay calm, get him to the floor, remember your technique. You're not gonna be thinking none of that shit.
That's my only thing, like, man. Like, about fighting niggas like bigger than. And it is like if you're talking about someone really fighting, throwing, it is a big motherfucker, but I don't see big as in height. Right away, you kind of look at their build, you look at their hands, you be like, punch. And it don't always have to be with height. There be niggas with height, man, like, man, you hit me, man, I swear to God. But there be some motherfuckers, man, they could be like 6 feet. I'd be like, solid.
She even 5'9".
Like, bro, sometimes like them motherfuckers with them big backs, look like they got a turtle shell. I'd be like, man, if that man cracks you with one,
I swear
you gonna be like it's all about
like
the
Donald, bro. You just look at that man, you like, God,
bruh.
He touched it, like you say. He touched it
when he lifted up Shaq,
bro. He did that effortlessly,
easy. And I'm like, he didn't look that small. People trying. I'm like, he didn't look that small as Shaq to me.
Did you see? Hey, but I say this though, that one dude, and I remember you was telling me you was just like, bro, like. So I remember I showed you a video about this one bodybuilder, remember? And I think it was Ryan Garcia that was hitting him. And he was like, bro, he's not throwing no power. He's like, let Earl do that. He's not doing that. And so the dude,
I know what you're talking about. I know what video.
Yeah. So I saw Nagano. He had this one, I think it was like a flyweight, but it was a boxer though. And he never shows just his ass. Bro,
oh, I didn't see that. I think you're talking about the one he did with Ryan Garcia.
No, I'll show you right now. It was on Sports Center.
Yeah, show about Garcia.
Yeah. Shout out to Ryan.
You a weirdo ass nigga. You a weirdo ass nigga. But
he don't really though. I don't never really see him throw up the high desert.
Like, no, I mean you don't represent because you just a weirdo ass nigga.
Who don't?
Garcia.
Man, what is this video? You see Cam Newton going to the Patriots?
Absolutely. Didn't somebody call that? Wasn't that Shannon or Skip or some shit? That one hurt right there, boy. He said, hold up. He said, hold up. Wait, who is that? That look like.
That's what I'm saying. But you see what I'm saying?
Actually, I love it. That was dope. That was dope. At the same time, you gotta look. He didn't have a bodyguard on, though. I think Garcia would have been able to do the same thing without a bodyguard.
Think so?
Absolutely. He'd been able to do that.
Hey, man, what do you think about AB saying he's going to come back and be a world champion?
AB, shut the fuck up unless you move it back down the way.
What do you think is going to happen to Tank, man?
I gotta be honest, I don't know what the fuck gonna happen with any of this boxing shit, the way this COVID shit going.
What's wrong with Big Baby, man? That hurts my heart. I hope your first theory is what the theory is, so I'm like, I can't even blame him.
That is the theory, because why would he take the same exact drug that he already tested positive for? Like that man is not that dumb.
Yeah, that'd be stupid.
I'm like, that's just reminiscent of.
Don't they have a B test? Shouldn't they have a B test?
Even if they have a B test, it's probably still gonna be there, because I'm like, it probably just wasn't out of his system yet. He probably, and this is why I believe Big Baby's first story. To me, this confirms everything.
Just recently let a doctor do that?
No. It was when he got tested for the Anthony Joshua. He put stem cells in because he had his elbow was fucked up. And the doctor was like, hey, let me put this up in here right here. We want to make it better. Some stem cells. And the having some crazy shit up in it. A lot of people say it's not a good excuse. That's just fake. It is what it is. I'm just going off of what he said, okay? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? To me, it's hard for me to deny that any fighter at the high level, any sports athlete at the high level, did take something at some point. And I'm not talking about steroids, something crazy like HGH and shit like that. Even though that's something that came up in Big Baby shit. That's what we have to see. But I just mean performance enhancement, period. Like something that just helps you, you know what I'm saying? Get you going more so than just, but anybody can say anything, you know. People can say caffeine does that. You know what I mean? Like, what's the limit? You know what I'm saying? So
I don't know. I've never really I was a big coffee fan, bro. But when I had it, I never felt like extra
But
wired.
caffeine is in everything. Caffeine is in energy drinks.
It's in soda.
It's in soda. Absolutely. Appreciate the light. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Thank you, man. Appreciate that shit, man.
What's up? What's happening with you? I snagged those.
I like that name. That's clever right there.
I snagged those.
But I'm like, caffeine's in energy drinks and sodas. If you drink enough sodas, you're gonna be wired from it. They have caffeine pills. But technically that's an enhancement. I'm like, if you sleepy as fuck and you don't take no caffeine, you probably gonna be sleepy unless you find a way to boost yourself. If you take some caffeine, you can be okay. So that's what I'm taking. That's what I'm talking about when I talk about this particular topic.
And you know, it'd be crazy. I remember my whole coaching staff would always drink coffee. I used to think like, y'all are addicted to this shit.
Yeah,
like, what? I'm like, y'all addicted. Like, y'all can't go a morning without your coffee. And then it's just like, I mean, I get it like feel, they get it. I'm like, man,
down, to be honest.
I think it's a mixture of both.
I'm gonna go ahead and play devil's advocate for y'all. I'm gonna tell both of y'all that y'all are absolutely wrong. The virus is going to be having a second wave. Ooh, don't be touching that right there. Oh, my fault. But the virus is gonna be having a second wave. The virus is going to be having a second wave, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. Let me pull up the facts. You see how we did that? We had a pause in the whole thing.
Hello?
And we made it seem like it wasn't there. Yeah, you good. Go ahead, talking that right there?
Yeah.
Absolutely. So there's gonna be a second wave. You gotta understand the protest did something.
Look, I you didn't even let me explain my whole point. You just heard what I said and it was like you both.
All right, go ahead. Talk.
All I'm saying is both. It's not. I say this. I just feel like before. Hold on.
Okay, go ahead. Because I saw that.
Wish Obama was still president.
And now you know that's my trigger point. Why do you wish Obama was still president? Why do you feel that way, man?
But anyway.
Oh man, wow. I'm pretty sure.
It had to count. So don't act like that's not still gonna be the case for the second wave. You can't act like all of a sudden this amount of you can't expect the second wave not to be inflated as well. If you don't think so, then you fooling yourself because it is gonna be inflated. But I know it's gonna be a second wave. I didn't say that, but it also hasn't been a big rise as I feel like outlets are reporting. That's all I'm saying.
Look, I'm gonna say this. First and foremost, I gotta obviously give you reasons. I know some of those reasons because Trump's been fucking up lately. And I don't know if this is just reports or whatnot, but did you hear how Trump, he retweeted that particular tweet where it was showing people protesting and some people was telling them, you know what I'm saying, not to do it. And there was some white person in the back saying, white power, but he was acting stupid. But it was in the video, so he got slammed for that. And then he got slammed for some other shit too, where it's just, but the thing I take from it, I don't particularly see, look, this is gonna sound fucked up. But I think most people in power with money, they don't necessarily see race. I think most, they see class, they see money. You know what I'm saying? They see how much money you got. And if they see it, which obviously is gonna involve race, but Asian Americans, whatever it may be, it's just in a bad spot. I think he's just looking at money. You know
I say this, if you are not of value as another ethnicity, then he don't give a fuck about you. That's just what it is. If you can make him some moolah or he feel like you have some, like, I don't think he feels like LeBron James is a menace. I think he probably likes LeBron James. Would you agree? He doesn't think Kanye West is a menace. He's had him around. Am I lying?
I don't think he believes he's a menace at all.
So my point is,
okay,
they make money and they have value to the economy. They have value to bring money to the economy because people like them. You get my point? But if you don't have them type of tools, then Trump doesn't look at. But it's even for his own race though. Don't think.
See that I would have to disagree with. I think actually he believes his race always has the potential to, you know what I'm saying, make a turnaround because they're in a position where if he continues, this is what I don't like that Trump is doing, you know what I'm saying? And it doesn't control, like, why does he continue to be like, we don't want to take down these statues, you know what I'm saying? We don't want to change some of the names of the schools and things like that. This is history, like, you don't want to forget history. And I'm like, you talk about you don't want to forget that type of history, but you want us to constantly forget the history that we've been through. Like, whenever we bring up what we've been through in the past, you're like, hey, no, like, let's move on. But okay, so when we want to take shit down and remind maybe our parents, grandparents, because a lot of y'all probably think like, man, this doesn't affect you today. I'm not saying it affects me today, but you know what I'm saying, the age of my parents, they remember all that type of shit. So I'm like, this is a beautiful thing for them. This is not for us, it's for them. So I'm like, for you to not even be somewhat sensitive to that fact, I'm like, that is crazy. The amount of, you know, those that race in that particular class is where their head is at, how they think.
You know what it really
that
is?
Shouldn't be a surprise.
People are mad. They don't see it like this, but this is why they're mad. They're mad because money showed its power. Like, Trump's probably been our richest president in what? Could be almost ever, bro.
Most likely.
You know my point?
Yeah.
Like, people are like, oh, he won because he's popular. I'm like, he also won because he got that money.
He can find a lot of this shit where he's doing what he wants to do. And now he has to do it like, he's saying, I want, if I say something, this is going to happen. But it has to do with he has money too to back it up with. So a lot of times he's probably saying, man, this shit don't work. I can probably pay this shit off. He can't figure out who he wants there. He's firing so many people. He's doing this because he knows he can, because he's like, I got the money to do it. I'm like, a lot of presidents, when they put in that position, like, that's their job. Mm-hmm. Trump, this isn't his job. That's why he be talking so right. He be like, my nigga, if I'm not a president, I'm a CEO somewhere else. Sorry about that. You know what I'm saying? I'm running this somewhere else. I'm making money here, there. So this shit, he's like, I don't give a fuck if I get fired from that shit. And that's how he be moving. He's like, I don't give a fuck. I got other shit going on. Like, this is my end all be all. The Obamas, they became who they were off of the presidency. We knew Trump before that shit. That's a big factor. We know a lot.
Everybody known about the apprentice, boy.
A lot of the presidents. Niggas knew who Trump was. So I'm like, just keep that in mind.
Bush Jr. might be the only one that you can kind of slight just because his daddy. But even him,
who?
George Bush Jr. Because of his daddy.
But no one knew about that nigga. No one knew about that nigga. He came in, that was that. The only one will be probably Ronald Reagan because he was an actor before. That was the only motherfucker. That's it. Probably. If y'all got enough.
Trump's the most popular president ever. I don't care.
Absolutely. Because nobody expected Trump to win. Them other motherfuckers, they expected him to win for the most
part. Facts. That's a fact. Like, when Al Gore supposedly won, when people thought that he won, people were shocked. They were like, what? He did it! He did it! Woke up in the morning, he lost? What? On me, literally, like the next year. Anyway, y'all, it's crazy out here, man, and the Brona's up. But what you also have to be up is your caution. So they, you know what I'm saying? What's going on out here, man? That's what y'all gotta be. Is
Corona coming home to you?
I don't know if you shouldn't.
Is Corona coming home to you?
I don't really do the front. I don't be in the front. And I just be, when I go out, I drop it off, and I'm out.
Home to your family. That's the question.
Is it? And y'all gotta be aware out here, man. Because I'm like, y'all can't be naive and foolish.
Never. And what happens when it does come home? What do you do?
And
how do you treat yourself? You can't just go and take some cough syrup. What do? You just gotta sit in bed and just wait till it's over.
Hey, all I'm gonna say is news is funny. The news is hilarious.
You gotta do the Trump. Take that hydrocodone.
I'm just like, the news is funny to me. I'm just like, they had to like basically June, the whole month of June. What think about it, bro? July is Wednesday. Like where did June go? But the whole month of June was basically about race.
Damn, you right. June was about fast. Damn, this shit over.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, damn, we be only in July.
Damn!
Already.
God damn! I swear to God, the beginning of the year always starts off slow, but when you start hitting that middle, man, this shit go by fast than a
This
motherfucker.
motherfucker be rolling, boy. But I'm just like, the whole month of June.
Mama was a rolling stone.
No, I'm just saying, like, the whole month of June was about race. And now we're sliding back into July. We knew we've been calling it, but since July, August was going to be the rise.
Didn't the same shit happen when that nigga Obama was about to be out of office? All those shootings was happening with the cops and all that shit. Black Lives Matter that's when it originally formulated, man. Like
I Can't Breathe, Mike Brown.
I am not behind that movement. Y'all can hate me, call me a coon.
It's not even from black people, though.
That shit is fake. We behind that shit. That shit is fake than a motherfucker, man. Papa was a rolling stone.
I'm glad you got it right.
Oh Lord. Hey, goddamn, you gotta weed through the weeds before you find the goddamn gem. All right, y'all. I'm feeling good, man. You got something else you want to talk to the people about before we get up out of here?
Nah, man. It was a slow Monday for the news. I did see the news. You know, we talked about it. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying, Big Baby can get back on his feet.
Hey, respect to Big Baby, man. You're going to be all right, man. Yeah, I already know what it is. I already know what's left over from last time. Because I know how this goes, man. I'm not a fool. I'm not a follower like a lot of these motherfuckers out here come and claim this, this, and that. And they probably waking up every morning taking some protein powder with some creatine. Like, nigga, that's a performance enhancer. I got some protein powder with some mass gainer in it. Take some creatine. I'm saying, got my energy drink. Got some pre-workout. Nigga, all that is performance enhancing drugs. Nigga, just wake up and go to the gym. If that's what you're doing, you got every room to talk shit. If you ain't doing nothing other than that, shut the fuck up.
They don't got it, though. You can't do it. I heard old boy say he can't go to the gym without his pre-workout.
Like, a lot of people be like, man, no, they endangering the other Friday. Nigga, you know, the other Friday was on some shit at some point. I know shit. Now they just smarter with how they doing it. And y'all, that was fun. All right. I'm done. How we want to end it, man? We ended with the 5150 type show. We out here.
Probably out here today.
Yeah, because I'm like, it's on you for the beats. So you don't have to take that responsibility.
I over here acting like that's hard or something. You know, you beat. Yeah.
Looks like we absolutely Hakeem. Elijah on the dream.
2.
We're gonna be back tomorrow. Make sure I tune in, man. We here.
Yeah, so we out of here. We out of here. Ah!
Salute to the people, man. Stay live, stay hungry. Shit gonna get crazy. Shout out to Session Entertainment, Steve Harvey.